Hello, and welcome to the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ellie, Chris, and Guy. This is a casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer. And on today's show, yes, it is me. I'm back. Hello, testing.
Hello, Ellie.
Hello.
Have you back?
We can hear you.
Thank you. Okay. The look of disdain on Guy's face. Yep.
Yes, we get it.
We
The
can
mic-
hear you.
Yes, you're here.
But Guy, you want to chat about your ultimate video game government? If we were
Yeah.
going to make government?
So it's off the back of Donald Trump, who's now the president of the United States again. It seems like he's hiring a whole bunch of people that are just his mates or underqualified people to be in his government. So let's just create our own US government from video game characters. So
Right.
we'll dive into that later.
I like it.
Love
and
it.
just confirming no politics chat.
No,
on
it's
this.
not.
No.
It's literally just a story that is happening, and
Yeah.
I'm using it as a vessel to talk about video games. We're not going to get deep into red and blue states and all
Love
that
it.
shit.
Good stuff.
Love it. We've obviously got some gaming news. Chris said he's got a little tidbit that he wants to say. I don't know what that is.
He used the words tidbit.
He did.
Well, the thing about a tidbit is it's just a little casual thing that we don't really need to tease or even. I'm just going to bring it up randomly, a little tidbit.
So we just like unexpectedly you'll just say it.
Yeah,
Are
I'll
we
just
not
say
even
it.
going to know it's the tidbit until we're halfway through the tidbit? We're like, wait, is this the tidbit?
Once the tidbit is finished, I will say, guys, tidbit complete. All right?
A trophy will appear and
Yes.
say, first tidbit completed.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll first of all just jump into some listener feedback, as we always do. Katarina Smith, she got that new Helldivers controller. Did you see that in the
Oh,
group
I saw that. Very jealous.
Quite sexy, wasn't it?
Very cool.
Quite
I would love
sexy.
to own that and then immediately not use it because I'll be like, oh, I should just get a black one.
Yeah.
Well, you need,
Yeah,
like,
mate.
I think we discussed this. It's
Yeah.
probably best for, like, display almost. You
Yeah.
know, those cool limited edition ones.
I
Yeah.
would use it for Helldivers,
Yeah.
Actually, there's
but
something
then
nice.
if I was playing any other game, I wouldn't use it.
There is something nice about, okay, Helldivers, better get the old Helldivers controller out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I use my Spider-Man 2 controller exclusively for Spider-Man 2, and I'll use it now on the off chance my other controllers are dead.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I see. Hey,
'Cause I've just
also,
got so many controllers, guys.
yeah, oh my gosh, they're all for free.
It's because he's an
Oh.
octopus and he has so many hands. Playing 4 games at once.
Congrats to Manuel, who has finally, after more than a year and almost 1,000 hours played, he finally 100%ed every story mode stage in the Hitman trilogy, along with escalation contracts.
Whoa.
Most hours I've ever sung into a single game. That is
Oh
a
my
large
God.
investment.
Well done, because
1,000 hours.
that is. So I've played the first 2 of the 3, and can I just say, if you have ever played Hitman back in the day when you were young, and you're like, man, those games ruled, get the trilogy because it is brilliant. You get dropped in a sandbox, you get dropped here, someone way over there on the map needs to be assassinated, and it's up to you how you do it. You can be as clever as you want, blah, 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 blah. Every single one of those missions, and there is like maybe 50 story missions across the trilogy, is a wide open sandbox with about 1 million different challenges, ways to pull it off. So you have to replay the level like so many times to pull off these certain ways of assassinating everyone.
Wow.
And then once you've done that for all of those missions, you then do the new mode that he mentioned there, where you go on. Oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah, wow.
That is huge. That is the equivalent of me playing The Witcher 5 times,
really
200 hours per playthrough,
and completing it every time as
completing
well.
it every time.
Oh, well done, Manuel.
How excited Chris just got then.
Yeah, wow, I know.
That was
Full-
animated.
His eyes went big. His
That was
jaw
awesome.
dropped. It was,
And also the other thing I need to let you guys know is I've deleted Facebook off my phone because I started muscle memory just going across to it and opening it.
Oh, I hate that. I do that as well.
And I don't know if you've noticed that outside of our gaming group,
Yeah.
which is great, Facebook just lobs you really crap stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just like all garbage.
That
I
is-
haven't
agree.
used Facebook in years.
I know, and I needed to stop just going across and opening it, even though I hid it from my folders and put it in like a,
Yeah.
you can hide it off your home
Yeah.
screen. I still was just muscle memory doing it, and I was like, I need to stop doing this because every time I open it, I go, man, that's garbage.
What was the
Yeah.
segue between us talking about Hitman and you bringing up Facebook? Did I miss that?
The
Is it-
Facebook group.
Yeah,
Oh,
that we're currently
okay.
reading from.
Yeah, so
okay, because
the
I was
reason-
like, we were talking about Hitman. I was like, did I black out?
The reason I got so excited is because I haven't heard any of these.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I deleted it about a week ago.
Gotcha.
And so this is all very news to me.
Oh, well, I better read the whole page out for you then.
Ah.
That's actually a good point, though. Should we maybe one day think about having a community not on Facebook? Like, do people let us know? Is there another place on the internet you'd rather be, like Discord or something, to hang
Yeah, I
out?
feel like Discord's not something that everyone's
It's
using.
not well known.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Facebook
is there a better
like,
way?
everyone's got a Facebook, but it's almost like we just talked about, like not people aren't using it as much. What about isn't one of those things I get notifications be like so and so's invited to be on their broadcast channel on Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
What
a
does
group
that mean?
chat on Instagram. I only recently joined one for the first time. It was the guy who does my tattoos, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah? How was it?
he'll throw up on the stage, on the page, being like, "Hey, I've got a cancellation. Who wants to join in?" I don't know if you can join in chat wise. It's more
He's-
just like a notice board.
He's the blind guy, eh?
How dare you?
Oh,
As you can see, he's a very talented man. Wonderful artist.
That could be something though.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Am I going to
definitely.
look into it? Maybe.
Yeah. I probably won't. But
But let us know if you have any ideas.
now the biggest list of feedback we kind of and a discussion point I would say this week was when PlayStation Network went down over the
I
weekend.
heard about this, yeah.
Crazy. So like right across New Zealand's weekend, the 8th and 9th of February, it was down, and it was down for almost 24 hours, which is one of the biggest PlayStation outages I've ever had. Apparently Call of Duty were having like a double XP weekend, and so everyone like missed out on it.
Was this international?
It was across the world.
Like
Oh, wow.
the whole world, yeah.
Whole world.
So yeah, the Call of Duty players were pretty angry about that. FC25 also had its weekend league, which is obviously a thing they do,
Football,
which
yeah.
was affected. But they did give everyone 5 extra days on their PSN network account, I think.
Oh, right,
as the
okay.
And that's
compensation.
everyone as well. So it's not just the people that like logged on and couldn't get on. So even
So-
if you didn't know, if you were away for the weekend, you're like, oh, cool.
5
Yeah.
extra days of PlayStation Plus.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
that's
right.
what it was. Yeah. But basically, that obviously kicked off a great convo in our Facebook group. Now, Katarina was like, so does anyone want to talk about it? Like, what do we do?
What do we do? What do we do?
What do we do? Danny Simpson, Scotland here, and it's still out. I spent the afternoon going between Black Myth, Wukong, as I have the
Yes.
disc. So this is where discs are good. This is
Yeah.
where discs are good. Hey, Chris.
Well,
you love
I mean,
your discs.
it doesn't affect digital owned versions of the game.
Nah.
Like if you own, it's just if you want to play that game online.
Yeah, nah,
But
it does,
also,
yeah.
if you're playing it on disc, if it's up to date, yes, and your PlayStation's offline, you can still put the disc in and it will start up,
Yeah.
which is good. Black Myth Wukong. I'm going to have to fire up Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to put
Scotland.
the disc in.
Just, Scotland.
I can't even believe it. Is that would have been what he sounded like?
Yeah.
That'd be it, yeah. Zach said, play Xbox. Have never had the network down. Just saying. It's apparently Xbox, haven't gone down.
No, look, this isn't a place for console wars.
Yeah.
Okay, Xbox, it's all good.
Yes, this is basically turning into a support group in the week, which is great.
Come play Xbox. We're going to play Starfield
Don't.
and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, which will be
Ooh.
on PlayStation soon. But don't start a console war chat.
No.
guy, because
No.
we love all consoles.
We do.
We do. But I just thought it was quite nice that, in the weekend, there was a place for people to come
Yeah.
and hang out.
Yeah.
And rant, and
Vent.
vent
rent.
is what I was.
Wait,
no.
what?
Vent and rant.
And Donna also had some great advice that she spent the weekend just cleaning her PlayStation while she couldn't play it.
Oh, I saw that. I've been meaning
She's like-
to do it for a while as well.
Actually,
Yeah.
seriously, hot tip: bucket of hot soapy water, and you just submerge that bad boy in there.
Oh,
Put it in the hot water cupboard. Soak it in rice overnight.
Yeah, that's right.
Be like
Good
brand
to
new.
go. Put it in the
No, yeah.
dishwasher. How did she clean it? I want to know how she cleaned it because I know there's a slot where you can put a vacuum nozzle up to it and it sucks all the dust out
Oh.
of the air passageways for cooling.
I've watched a couple TikToks on how to dismantle a PlayStation and clean it all out and stuff. I think it really does help if you've got a can of that compressed air to like blow things out.
Right.
yeah.
If not, be very gentle with, just some brushing of it.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do it for ages. I just haven't done it. I haven't cleaned my PlayStation once.
Mine's
Yeah,
not
no.
showing any signs of needing a clean.
Yeah.
Or is it one of those things where it just like eventually it does need a clean, but because you play it every day, you don't notice that it's getting dirtier and
Yeah.
louder.
Maybe.
Yeah, because Dean said he's been watching videos on how to do it, but it's going to take a couple of hours. So to be honest, I probably won't.
Yeah,
I'm the
100%.
same as Dane.
Which is fair enough. Donna said that what she did was she took the sides off and used air to get rid of the dust.
Yeah.
Which is super easy to do. They just clip off.
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
And then Paul Craze Jr. said, I had mine since day of launch and only just cleaned it for the first time 2 weeks ago. It's so quiet now.
Yeah.
So obviously it was like, because the fans were obviously blocked out with dust. So
I want to do it as an aesthetic because I can see dust collecting on the top grates of my PlayStation 5. So every
Is
single time I
yours-
see it, I'm just like, I should really clean it.
Is yours vertical or horizontal? So yours is sitting up next to your TV.
Yeah, it's not on the ground.
Yeah. See, because mine's all black and it's in a little slot under the TV. It's all
Yeah.
shadowy in there. So I just look in there and go, yep, all good.
It's clean as.
Looks great.
Yeah, you pull that out and you let us know how it's looking and smelling and feeling.
And you're talking about the PlayStation. Just confirming.
Yes.
Ellie's jumped to a different conversation now.
Gross.
Hey, well, thanks for your listener feedback. It was nice to see everyone sort of rallying around each other on the weekend with such, despair in the gaming community.
Yeah.
You can contribute at ECG for ECG on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a group.
It is a group. Yeah, thank you.
yes.
And other than that, should we jump into some gaming news?
Gaming news.
Gaming
Who wants to
news.
go first?
You go first.
I'll go first. Hey guys, you know how we record these on Wednesday, so that on Thursday it releases, and the reason reason we used to do it on Monday to Thursday, a little behind the curtain there for the listeners.
Ooh.
However, we found that we'd read out news and then by Thursday it would be old.
Yes.
Really old.
Yeah.
PlayStation are one step ahead of us. Tomorrow, just after we release our podcast, the State of Play is happening.
Oh, that's so annoying.
really?
So people are literally going to be listening to this right now going, oh yeah, that's already happened. Well, you already know all the stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've speculated as to what's going to be at the State of Play.
Nice.
Let's
Yeah.
just pretend it happened.
Okay, let's pretend.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. I can't believe they're going to remaster the God of War series, the old ones, and make them
1, 2, 3.
available on. Yeah, that's crazy, eh?
Crazy.
That is crazy.
I guess they're capitalizing on the success of the latest versions.
Yeah, I guess you're
Yeah.
right. Great
And
breakdown.
it's a little bit of a something for people to sink their teeth into between now and the release of the next God of War series.
That's right. And also,
Yes.
can I recommend go back and play 1, 2, and 3? Because even though they're a bit dated, they're still fantastic, and it really gives you a good perspective when you play the new ones. That's what I felt while watching the State of Play.
Right, that happened today.
That announcement definitely happened.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was watching it.
Yeah. Wow, how good was that new trailer for Ghost of Yotai?
Oh,
Guy,
yes.
you must have been fizzed
Oh,
watching
I'm
that.
very excited. Huge Ghost of Tsushima fans. When I saw that from Sucker Punch, when the thing came up, the logo came up, I was like, oh, here
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah,
Good
what was your
logo.
favorite new feature?
I just love how they really showcased the fact that it's 100 years later. So they really showcased, like the weaponry, because there's actually like some gunpowder, like some
muskets.
guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a different way that we're going to have to be thinking about playing the games, because you're going to be up against enemies that
Yeah.
in the first game you could deflect arrows. I don't
Yeah.
know how we're going to deflect
Can't
bullets.
deflect bullets,
Can't
Ellie.
deflect bullets.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing for them to showcase.
God, the music was good. What do you think of the music?
Oh, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful music. The fact that they got Fetty Wap and
Oh my god.
Adele to do a song together.
Yeah, it was weird.
That
Billy
was
Joel
weird.
was there as well. It was crazy. Obviously got a huge budget. Ellie,
Yeah.
you must have loved the latest trailer for Death Stranding 2.
Oh yeah. You know what? I fell asleep. So I can't tell anything about
Very
it.
accurate.
Yeah.
This is a very accurate description. I watched it once again. I've played the first one, have no idea what's happening in the second one.
Yeah, you'll have to do another episode where you explain it to us for 30 minutes, and then we'll have a bell we can ding when we get bored.
Okay.
What do you think? That was good content, eh? No, it actually
Well, I'll
was.
have to actually play the game through and really get
True.
to yeah. Seriously, I don't know if I want to play the
You're not
second
gonna play
one.
it?
I don't know, because the
Yeah.
gameplay is good, but shit, it's weird.
Yeah.
There was
Okay.
in the first trailer, there was some dude had like a guitar.
He looked like a pharaoh, and he had an electric guitar that could shoot lasers.
Oh yeah.
How weird is
Yeah.
that?
Buzzy.
Wow, finally, a new trailer for the Wolverine game
Ah,
good.
yes.
from
Oh,
Insomniac Games.
Yes.
I assume.
yeah, I've been waiting for ages for that one.
Yeah, Guy, I mean, you love the Spider-Man games. You've been
Yeah.
waiting for this one.
Well, they've done one trailer ages ago.
yeah, the
and
cool trailer with
The
his
cool
fist.
trailer with his fist. He's like he's beating up everyone in the bar, and then his fist came out with the
Yeah.
Wolverine claws to actually see some gameplay.
Yeah, that was
And the
sick.
trailer with some cameos from other people in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Okay, perfect, guys.
Wow.
Those are the four main things I think they would have touched on.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
So anyone listening to this after the State of Play, you're pretty much,
You're already
you're
in
up
the
to
know.
date. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Astrobot DLC that they launched?
Guy,
That one.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, because that-
Astrobot DLC,
Which
was
is great. I mean, Game of the Year, right? It deserved a DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they decided to do that.
Yeah.
What about the It Takes Two DLC?
Oh, it takes 3.
It takes too long
takes
for you to finish.
A DLC where they add a third person. It's
Yeah.
just called It Takes 3. Mum and Dad are trying out a throuple, all right? But it's not working. We need to patch things up.
You know, I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
interesting State of Play. Probably
Wow.
one of my favourites in recent
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, ECG, your number one place for gaming news.
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Guy, have you got some games?
I got a real quick gaming news, and it's about Grand Theft Auto 6, highly anticipated game of 2025. Take-Two Studios, the people who own Rockstar, they've announced that it's coming out in fall this year. So there was the whole... They announced that it's coming
spring.
out this year.
Fall USA, Spring New Zealand,
Yeah.
Southern
Oh.
Hemisphere.
So
Yeah.
last year they announced it's coming out this year, but then there's been a lot of talk
Yes.
that it's actually going to be delayed. So even though they said 2025, we're all like, is it though?
Yeah.
But they've confirmed that it's coming out.
So spring, so that is like August.
It's like
So we're
September.
in
October.
summer now, so we've
September,
got to get
October,
through.
November. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, a little bit of
Oh.
wriggle room there as well. You know.
Right before Christmas. People buy it for Christmas and
Smart.
stuff,
Great
eh?
idea.
Smarty
One of the
pants.
things I'm looking forward to the most about Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out, and follow along with me if you agree, is that finally we're going to get people stopping commenting on videos where it has nothing to do with video games or Grand Theft Auto 6, but it'll be a video of something that's random, something that we never thought would happen, and
I
the
know what
top
you're gonna
comment
say.
is somebody saying, "Wow, we really got Donald Trump working at McDonald's before GTA 6."
Yeah.
Oh, it annoys me.
Yeah, bored.
Anytime I see a photo, a video of something that is surprising, US government releases alien footage from 1965. Well, we really got alien footage before Grand Theft Auto 6. It's like, it's the most unoriginal comment ever. And I feel like every single time somebody writes that comment, they're like, this is going to be so funny. Oh, I'm going to get so many likes.
I can't get inside the head of people that just copy other people's stuff and then fire it off as if it's their own, even though everyone knows that it's stolen.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I saw one literally today. Do you guys know Duolingo, like the app where it's about... Yeah, so the Duolingo mascot or
the little parrot
it's an owl, right?
Owl, yeah.
Today, Duolingo announced that the owl died.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's an app that helps you learn different languages.
That's so funny.
It's like a great marketing thing.
Yeah.
But the top comment was, "Wow, we really got a dead Duolingo owl
Oh my
before
God.
GTA 6." And I just mentioned that GTA 6 announced when it's coming. It was on Gaming Bible. They did a post about it saying Take-Two confirms. The top comment was, "Wow, we really got the announcement about when GTA 6 is coming out before GTA 6."
So that's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
that's a
Still-
play on the actual thing.
I see.
But I just feel like if you ever see anything weird or interesting and you think, hey, I'm going to do that GTA 6 comment, don't
do it because Guy will be stewing
I'll be
somewhere
so
in
annoyed.
West Auckland.
And the thing is, there's probably going to be people out there that think I'm being a killbuzz, and they're probably going to be like, wow, we really got a video about how people should stop making the GTA 6 comment before GTA 6.
Yeah.
And I'll see that comment and I'll be
pissed off. Definitely don't comment that below this video.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
I'm assuming we're making this into a video, by the way.
It
We are
yeah,
now.
It's a good video. We have to now. Interesting thing last week. This
Yes.
wasn't news. Was that Ellie wasn't actually on the podcast.
No, it wasn't.
Ellie, your job was to go and relax. You had 9 days total off,
Yeah.
factoring in both weekends.
Yeah.
Smart use of your annual leave. You took 4 days off. We had a public holiday midweek.
We did.
Yes.
You were feeling burnt out. You were feeling low energy. You weren't
Yeah.
your usual bubbly self. Today
No.
you seem very bright and bubbly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great news.
How did you spend your week?
Okay, so most of it, honestly, was just lying in bed.
Nice.
Genuinely. I fired up Hogwarts Legacy again.
Oh, wow.
I actually got to do some gaming, and I've actually started it again because it's been so long since I started it. I was like, I'm just going to start this
good
game.
idea.
But I'm still, my character's still Hufflepuff. I have not strayed from the name.
Yeah, I'd be concerned if it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. So I did a little bit of that. I'm still not that far through though, because I was just playing it slowly because I started feeling a little bit sick at times. Did a little bit of gaming. Did quite.
When you say sick, you mean motion sickness?
Yes, sorry,
Yeah,
motion.
yeah,
I forgot about this.
Yes.
I'm just imagining Ellie in bed just wearing pajamas,
Trying to relax.
just falls asleep.
I might play a little bit of PlayStation. The sound effect plays. That's what it's like.
What else? So I did a lot of just watching stuff on TV,
Yeah.
like Love Island and stuff. I did a lot of scrolling, probably too much scrolling actually.
Yeah.
On TikTok and Instagram. It was my sister's birthday, so you would have seen my work of art that I maybe on my story. She's an amazing artist. I bought her paints and we tried to draw
saw this.
Buckbeak the hippogriff.
I didn't see this. I want to see. Is it still up there?
I don't know if it is, but I can just show you a photo. I was meant to bring it in this today and I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the reference photo here. So that's a buckbeak.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
such a outside
Yeah.
Hagrid's hut.
Your
Exactly.
sister's one is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it is. So we spent a few hours drawing those.
We
and
might have to put these on the
We'll put 'em
group.
up.
just guess which one's mine.
Oh my god! Can I firstly say
Yeah.
that your sister is an incredibly talented individual?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's very, very talented.
Yeah.
Can I just say that you?
Not.
We have to put that on the Facebook group.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
will.
I will.
Because, to be fair, if I squint my eyes, they look similar. No, they don't.
No, they don't at all.
No, they don't.
Mine's horrifying. Like it kind of looks like it's out of a horror film.
Yeah.
I think.
A schizophrenic patient would write that, scribble that on the walls. Like,
Yeah.
This is what I see at night.
in their own
Or in their own
excrement.
feces. Yeah.
So I'll pop that in the group for you all to see. So I did that. That was lovely. But that was the only real social engagement I would say that I actually did.
That's a
I
chill
pretty
one, though.
much just chilled. Did I do anything else? I think I wrote something else down. No, that was it. I actually genuinely did just rest.
Did it work?
I think it did. Like, I'm definitely more refreshed, but I'm not like fixed, if that makes sense.
You never are after a break.
Nah, but I also did start some new medication as well. So that was another thing I was having to experiment with that. Like, you've just gone through this last year.
Yeah.
And so I'm still adjusting to that now. And as you know, Guy, it can make you worse before you feel better. So I'm kind of going through that at the moment. But I'm actually right. I do feel a lot more refreshed. I just needed to get off that hamster wheel and just like rest for a second and come back on.
Did it give you a chance to think about how things are working in your life and maybe go, actually, you know what? I am going to change some stuff.
It did. It definitely made me just breathe, think, and look ahead. Not immediately, but like what I want in the next like 12 months kind of thing. And I definitely think like I'm coming in hot with a lot of commitments at the moment.
You are. And you're a committer too. You commit to doing, and when you commit to something, you give 110%.
Yes, no, I do. And that's how we ended up here at Burnout.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to be a lot more strict on my weekends in terms of my psychologist said, try not to do anything in the weekends.
Yeah, man.
Like, just make that you're not allowed to see anyone. So I don't actually mind that because I quite like being in bed. But no, I am actually feeling a lot better. Thank you, and thank you for letting me have that week off. It was
Once again,
really
we didn't
nice.
let you.
No.
You come and go as you please.
Yeah, you can leave right now if you want.
What I don't want is Ellie, who's usually fun and bubbly, to come in here and not be fun and bubbly.
Yeah,
So
no.
if that happens, you take as much time off as you need.
Thank you. Thanks,
That's bloody
guys.
good. Just as a bit of a side note, real quick, when I was, I've bought something on AliExpress,
Oh yeah.
which you shouldn't do because it's made by slaves. Probably, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, no.
I love you put that disclaimer out there.
While I was there shopping, I got served an item which I could not believe was on AliExpress.
Oh.
The reason I thought of it is two reasons. First of all, Ellie, your name's Ellie.
Hey, funny.
Hey, spelled different, still funny.
Oh, bloody
The other reason why is because it was a toilet that is gold.
Oh.
A gold toilet, a full toilet, cistern, bowl, lid, you
Actually
name it.
usable.
It's on there, usable. Right? A golden toilet.
Like the size of a normal toilet.
The size of a regular toilet.
Are you sure?
Like, seriously, plumb it in. You know, like,
Wow.
take it to your house and plumb it in
Not real gold.
and back one out in it. That's how it's a real toilet, okay?
Wow.
Okay.
It's solid, polished up gold.
Wow.
Okay?
Actual gold,
It's gold.
but like coloured gold.
Golden toilet, 2-piece toilet, 24 karat gold
Oh my
Wait,
god.
how much
on
is it?
AliExpress.
Oh yeah, so it's legit.
It's legit.
Okay.
How much was it? In New Zealand dollars. So if you're in the US, just double it roughly.
75.
$75,000.
No, $75.
$75.
Yeah.
Oh, $100.
For a full-size golden toilet.
Well, I'm assuming it's not actually gold.
773,000 New Zealand
Oh,
dollars.
it actually
it's an
is.
It's a real toilet.
Oh my goodness.
It's real gold.
Real gold.
actually?
Like, I don't know if it's like, it must be gold plated because
do you-
gold is very expensive, and like that in solid gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be more than
It'd
that,
be like
right?
maybe gold plated or something, but it is 773,000 New Zealand dollars. That is
Yeah.
a house.
That's actually pretty bad because like I wouldn't be able to have that in my bathroom. One, I can't afford it, and two, gold has a pretty low melting point, and I dropped some heat in the toilet. I dropped some absolute
Are you
fire.
suggesting that you would smelt your toilet
I would.
after a spicy vindaloo?
Yeah. You know in the I think it's the second Hobbit movie where there's that giant golden statue and then it eventually just like pops and all the gold falls all over Smaug.
I don't remember that, but
Oh, I can't say I do either.
People
but
who know. That's what my toilet would be like after I've used it after a curry. It'll just disappear. I'm like, oh,
a puddle of
a
gold.
puddle of gold and shit.
Meg would come in and you're just like handcrafting it, trying to fix it. Meg.
Get a towel.
Funny thing too is the imagery is of the toilet next to a golden bidet. There's a golden towel, a lady using a golden sink.
ooh la la.
Oh, they rich.
You will know ECG has made it when our ECG offices has all of that stuff in its bathroom.
Yeah.
You'll know we'll make it when we have an office.
It's true. Or if we get a sponsor
Yeah.
of anything.
Yeah,
By the way, tidbit complete.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Well
nice.
done. I didn't even know we were in the
Yeah,
game.
tidbit.
It's a
I
decimal
suspected it.
segue, yeah.
That was a great tidbit.
Yeah,
Nice,
I
I
saw
see
that literally this morning and I was just like, what is that about? $885 shipping. by the
How
way.
do you, and I was going to say, how do you even ship that? Like, is that going to be like stolen by someone? Because
It'd probably come in a crate in a boat. It would have to come via the water, surely.
Yeah, I
You
guess
get on a
so.
plane.
Yeah, I don't know. But if the plane goes down, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're not going to do anything. It's
I don't know.
a golden toilet.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. I have
Wow.
no idea.
No idea.
No,
I have no idea.
Well,
all
great
right.
tidbit.
That was fantastic tidbit.
Love the tidbit.
That's a great, like, benchmark for tidbits
Yeah.
going forward.
Tidbits going forward.
Yeah, love that.
Golden toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't cover this because we were away. It was over the summer break. Plus, it's not really something that we cover. But the US election went down about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Donald Trump is back as the United States president. Blah blah blah. You may have noticed if you follow the news is that when you get sworn in as president, you've got to create your team around you, right? You got your vice
squad.
president. You've got all these roles that you've got to assign. Most people, these roles have always been in the US government, and basically you can be it for 4 years, and then if your boss doesn't get elected, you're out of a job.
Gone. So it's like Ash picking his 6 Pokemon. You know,
Totally.
like Pikachu
Yeah.
is the president, and then you've got 5 other people who'll be supporting.
Yeah.
doing different things.
Fantastic reference.
Thank
So
you.
Donald
Love it.
Trump, if you've been following along, he's kind of been hiring people that aren't really fit for the role. There's been some randoms thrown in. There was a guy who's like a Fox News reporter. He's like Secretary of Defense or something.
We don't.
bullshit.
I don't know. I don't know.
The whole thing got me thinking, though, if we were to build a government, right? This is the US government. You've got to pick a president, a vice president, secretary of state, secretary of defense, attorney general, and secretary of the treasury and chief of staff. We'll go through what these roles actually mean.
Okay.
But you've got to build them out of video game characters. And
Right.
then we'll all come up with, we've all got a government.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, we'll decide which government we think will actually be the most successful. So we'll
Okay.
go through one person at a time. You read out your entire government, and then we'll
Or
go.
do we do president for like each of our
I
presidents?
reckon we go president last.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's start with one. Let's go with chief of staff. Now, chief of staff is the person that's in charge of all of the staff within the White House, right? So it's kind of like they're making sure that the White House is running nice and smoothly. So
Right.
they're not making any big calls in terms of what the country does.
So it's like an admin office manager type, but for
Totally.
the White House, who's just sorting out everything and just keeping everything running.
Exactly, right? Making sure people aren't doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
Under desks.
All right. Do you want to start us off, Guy?
Chief of staff, I've gone Tommy from The Last of Us.
His brother.
Tommy is Joel's brother from The
Right.
Last of Us, and he comes in halfway through the game. Joel doesn't think he's alive. It's a cool reuniting.
Reunion.
Reunion,
Yeah.
thank
Nice.
you.
Reunition.
So he runs the town of Jackson, which is in Wyoming. Now, Jackson is a town that's like been made in this post-apocalyptic world. There's walls around it. There's patrols. It's like this own little government. He's like the mayor of
And
a
he's
small
running
town.
that shit.
He's running it with his wife, Maria. I think if you can run a town full of adults in a post-apocalyptic world with the zombies,
You can run the
You
most
can-
powerful
you-
nation on earth.
well, you can run the White House.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
you can keep those staff in line.
Yeah.
So I think Tommy from The Last of Us is chief of staff.
Nice.
What do you think, Ellie? What's yours?
I've put May in from It Takes Two, the mother.
Oh, the mum.
The mother, because I feel like this role is a bit like it's quite mothery. You're kind of organizing, you're making sure everyone's happy, everyone's under control. So because she's the mum of that household in the It Takes Two game, and probably is holding a lot of the old mental load, which I heard you guys talking about last week. Wish I was here for that chat. Great chat.
Did we do it well?
You did all right.
Okay, cool.
You in particular, Guy, you've got a good understanding. You've got a bit of work to do. Chris.
What did I say? Really?
It's what
No,
you
you
didn't
didn't.
say, Chris.
You didn't. You were fine, but I do wish there was a woman here to speak her mind. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, you did well. But I think, that chief of staff would have a lot of the mental load. And so I think someone who is a mum in a video game.
She's
would
also
be
got a British accent. I feel like that's something the chief of staff would have.
True.
you
True
know?
that. Yeah. Who's yours, Chris?
I've just gone. So this is the person that the president goes to sort out all the admin when stuff's going wrong. Like, I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
Ask Madden. So it's just John Madden from the NFL games.
Oh, okay.
And whenever you're playing and you don't know what play to do, you just hit square and ask John Madden, and he just picks the play for you.
Oh, that's smart.
so funny.
So literally,
Kind
it's
of like
just
roulette. Just
yeah.
whatever.
He'll be like, oh, in this particular situation, you should do one of these plays.
Nice. Okay.
So it's just literally just John Madden sitting there. And you just ask him what we should do.
So the president, whoever you pick, has a controller, and they just
Press
TPX.
square. And
Yeah.
ancient, I'm pretty sure he's dead. John Madden walks in and goes, what do you need? Like, what do I do? Okay, or the paperclip from Microsoft Word, the helpful one.
Oh, that is a good one.
Is
Back
it a
in the
gaming
day.
character?
I feel like it's a video game character.
Is it?
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
some.
No,
that's fine,
It's a
alright.
digital character.
It was
We'll go with
just someone who you can ask for help.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
Or
Ask
Jeeves.
Jeeves was going to be one, but I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but okay, we'll go ask Madden.
Okay, ask me. That's
Okay.
a good answer. All
Yeah.
right, so we'll go with Secretary of the Treasury. Now, this is basically the person that's in charge of the country's money.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what we're boiling it down to. I've gone from Animal Crossing, Tom Nook.
Okay.
You know, he knows how to build an empire, and he won't spend a dime.
Isn't he universally hated by everyone that plays Animal Crossing?
Yeah. But he's in charge of the money. He's not going to spend a dime unless
That's
he needs
bad.
it.
So what? Like people are living in squalor. The roads are effed. Everything's effed, and he won't spend.
Also,
a dollar.
interest rates probably will skyrocket.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if interest rates go up, then it means there's more money going into the government, which means he can build roads.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
Tom Nook, the raccoon.
Okay.
What about you, Ellie?
I've got from Stardew Valley. Now, I haven't actually got this far. I've got to this point in the game, but I haven't explored this character fully yet, so I don't know much about them. But is it Mr. QI? Mr. Key? Anyway, they're in an unlocked area in Stardew when you get to this point.
Oh, wow, I haven't done that.
They run a casino and stuff. So they're on with the funds. They're probably corrupt.
I feel like running a casino is
Gambling,
pretty good.
yeah.
But yeah, so they've got a bit of money involved. That's the one I've gone with.
Great choices, guys. To be fair, probably better than mine. So you're in charge of the economy, taxes, and national debt. I've gone for me with a copy of SimCity 2000, where you have to do that exact thing
yeah,
in order
okay.
to keep the roads running.
Yeah.
And stuff. You have to adjust taxes, and then like citizens will get mad at you and stuff. And I remember, like when you first move in, the taxes are sky high. No, it was the other way around. They were super low. It's like, hey guys, come to this town. I was like, no taxes coming. Now that you build it, like, buy
property.
$1,000.
Yeah.
So, and then if people haven't paid us, then I'll send Mario down.
Oh, okay.
Bust them open.
Nah, because he collects coins.
Oh, nice. I see what you've done there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
I see what you've done. I've actually just quickly asked ChatGPT, would Mr. Key be good? QI? I don't even know how to say it. But they've actually said that it could be questionable ethics because they don't know where all his wealth comes from. So maybe not. Maybe not.
He's cooking books. He is
wait, so
laundering money.
He is cooking the books.
So you had to ask AI whether a fictional guy running a casino would be good secretary of the treasury. What the hell?
All right, next one is Attorney General. This is like the top lawyer of the country, basically.
yeah. Okay.
I've gone with Cole Phelps. Now, he's from LA Noire. He's the main character from LA Noire. Me and Chris talked about it last week. I feel like he can uphold the justice because he's been a detective in the LAPD, right? You know, so he's not per se a lawyer, but he's got a bit of knowledge. And I feel like if he has to fudge, play a little bit behind the rules, he did work with dirty cops. Well, there was dirty cops around him. He wasn't a dirty cop per se, but he could understand how they function. And if he needs to get something done that's a little bit risky, but for the benefit of the country, I feel like he'd do it, So Cole Phelps.
Yeah.
Ellie?
Nice. For my Attorney General, I've got Connor, which is an android from Detroit Become Human.
I was waiting
Now,
for...
this one in particular, he is programmed with law enforcement and like ethics and morals. So he's very much like right, wrong, investigating.
That's where things go wrong in law enforcement and stuff, is the grey areas where people have to make decisions. Whereas if it's just black and white,
it's pretty much what the whole concept is in DBH. That's what the old the old true players call it. No, they don't. But he is very. There's no emotion, so he can just make those calls.
He can separate things.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly right. Yeah.
The top lawyer responsible for law enforcement. Put here no one from GTA. So
That's
no
fair
one,
call.
like
Yeah.
any police officers that featured, they were all corrupt or like
Terrible.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I then thought of Yennefer of Vengerberg, who's from The Witcher. The reason being, every time you try and have a conversation with her, and you have to choose one of your dialogue choices to respond to her, it's always the wrong one. And she'll always just talk and make you feel like an idiot,
It's very lawyer.
which is very lawyerish. And then I was like, it's too specific. So I've just thought of what would be quite funny. The most powerful lawyer who's responsible for all law enforcement and legal affairs is just a Pikachu wearing a tie.
Oh yeah.
Who literally is trying to I'm picturing him holding court and like explaining stuff, but all he can say is his own name.
Yeah, but in different tones. Like he'll have somebody on the stand that he's like, Pikachu.
That's right. And everyone's like, Pikachu! And so like this person is trying to sort out all these massive issues in society, and all they can say is their own name. But they've got a tie on. So that's who I've chosen.
Cool.
great choice.
More of a
legit.
comedy choice.
Secretary of Defense. This is the person that's basically making sure that the country doesn't get bombed. He's in charge of the army, the defense of America, right? I've gone with Jin Sakai
Ah, yes.
from Ghost of Tsushima. He's experienced in the battlefield, right? And also, I feel like he would, if he can, he's very honourable. He would go the route of peace before he goes for the route of war. But
Lovely.
if he does come to war, I feel like he'd know what to do. However, if, let's say, Russia was invading the United States and they made their way into the borders, I feel like he would just send out people on horseback with swords because that's all he knows.
Very dated,
Right.
yeah.
Very dated.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it could be a bit of a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gone for a bit of a rogue one here as well. Crash Bandicoot. Because he's happy to just run into the fire. He's happy to run around, smash things and stuff. Not sure if he'd be a good leader, but hey, he'd fight for me, wouldn't he?
I'd follow Crash Bandicoot into battle.
Yeah.
Secretary of Defense doesn't go into battle.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
It's very good. Well, I'm saying, but if you have one that does,
Oh,
people are like, oh my God, the last guy was just a pencil pusher general
True that.
who did nothing.
Yeah.
So, but we've got this Bandicoot with shoes on. I'll follow him to death.
I've just put here not Duke Nukem
No.
because his go-to would be Nukem.
No, yes.
You know what I mean? So
we don't want that.
that is not an option. Now, the person I've chosen is the God of War,
Right.
Kratos, and the
Makes
reason
sense.
being, right, in the first 3 games, which can't believe they are in the state of play. How cool, being remastered. That's great.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
He just basically takes out all the gods. He's just not power hungry. He's just like thirsty for revenge, and he kills everyone, and he takes over, becomes the God of War. In the latest 2 games, he's put that behind him, and he doesn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
And he understands the perils of going down that route, and he's more about until he's forced into action, in which case he starts tearing shit up. But he has a better understanding, and then there's like this bit towards the end of the first one where like he sees the future and sees that he's actually helped out great nations, broker peace and stuff. And I was like, oh, that could be Kratos.
Okay.
Because he's had this journey, he's got the knowledge and the experience.
Plus,
Yeah.
no one's invading a country or going to war with a country who's got the Secretary of Defense that's called the God of War.
A guy that
Yeah.
walks around with like swords on the end of chains that are on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is the God of War, exactly.
No one's having a crack at that country.
Nah,
No.
shit, no. And if they
Exactly.
do, Lawyer
Pow.
Pikachu will be
Yeah.
there.
Pika. Secretary of State, this is the person that sort of handles with foreign affairs, right? I've gone with Lara Croft. She's an international traveler. She's got a bit of money behind her. She knows all that shit.
Right.
And also, she could also negotiate deals with countries by returning the artifacts that she's no doubt stolen from their lands. So you're like, hey, let us take some of your oil, and I'll give you back.
I'll give you
this-
back your stuff, but shouldn't you
Oh.
just give me back my stuff anyway?
No. Give me the oil first.
Smart. For my Secretary of State, I've got the Dr. Hakim Book of Love from It Takes Two.
work on your relationship.
That one.
Racist. Nah, just joking. I did a Scottish accent earlier. That's all G.
No, that guy there, and It Takes Two, if you played it, always coming out, trying to fix this relationship. So he's very diplomatic, and he's
Yeah.
trying to, manage the couple. So I think, he could be diplomatic and manage relationships with people,
Yeah.
So that's
Who
mine.
was- yeah, and like we don't know what your president is yet, but imagine the president sitting in the Oval Office trying to think of something and doing something, and then just that guy pops up. He's like, "Hey, we need to send funds to Mexico."
Yeah, I think it'd work. Yeah.
Secretary of State, Foreign, International Relations. I have written here not Nathan Drake or Tomb Raider. Lara Croft. Because they, as you mentioned, they all they do is go around the world, go to these places and steal their antiquities.
Yeah.
And shoot
Oh,
people.
okay.
Love the games, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've gone for a controversial choice. I was trying to think of a character. I've just given it away, Hitman. I was trying to think of a character who goes around the world and is always in different places.
Oh, yeah.
And that is Agent 47.
Yeah.
Now, does he go around the world and go to different places to kill people? Yes, he does. But once again, later in his career, as detailed in Hitman 2 on PlayStation 2, I believe it was back in the day, he didn't want to do that anymore. He hung up his gloves. He became like a caretaker at a church and just lived in his garden shed.
Wow.
Real chill. But he's been around the world. He's got experience with all these foreign politics and things that are going on. And I think once he's put that life behind him, very much like Kratos,
Yeah.
he has the world experience, the life experience to make the right calls. And he's
Beautiful.
been to all these countries.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good choice.
Like it.
Vice
Okay.
President, I've gone for the ultimate right-hand man in gaming, somebody that's always there, and somebody that, if the president were to be unable to fulfill their duties, would be a good president. Luigi.
Ah, I see.
I think I know who might be president.
I agree.
Bit of nepotism.
My vice president is another android, Marcus from Detroit Become Human. Because let's be honest, we're all kind of like starting to rely a little bit on AI. So I wanted to have half AI.
I mean, you
half...
used it twice in this podcast.
Exactly.
The guy used it to come up with a segment.
No, I used it to give me the details of what each person in the government does, because
Right,
I don't know
okay.
what the
Yeah.
US government is.
No,
Yeah.
fair enough. But this android, he's very into like justice, equality, and so I think he'd keep the president in check just to make sure that everyone's equal.
Yeah.
And because again, android, there's not emotions involved. It's more just like
Robot
here's
is
the
vice
facts.
president. That's
Just as to work with the president.
And
You
if
know
the
what I mean?
president doesn't like something that Marcus says, you can just throw a cup of water on him and shut him up.
Exactly. Grim, but yes, exactly. Who's
Chris,
yours?
who's your VP?
I'm just going to do my president and vice president together because they're a pair.
Okay.
President is Zelda, vice president Link.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because people that never played Zelda, you might think that Zelda is the guy with the green hat and the green tunic and the sword. That is Link.
That's Peter Pan.
I believe Princess Zelda she presides over Hyrule.
Hyrule.
Yeah. And so she's in charge, blah, 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 blah. And then she keeps whenever she gets in trouble because baddies come along, Link then helps her save, and then together they blah, blah, blah. I was just like, she's the president and vice president's Link. He's doing all the hard yards and dealing with all the tough stuff while she's making the decisions.
I thought of Zelda for president for me, but she does rule Hyrule and stuff. But there have been times in multiple Zelda games where somebody comes and invades Hyrule and she just bails. It's like she disappears. Like it's like she goes into hiding. She pretends to be different people. Like halfway through the game,
because they're trying to kill her.
Yeah, but it's kind of like
she's not avoiding responsibilities, guys.
But it kind of feels like if I was that person, if I live in Hyrule and then, baddies come in and invade, and then it's like, where's Zelda? She dipped. I'd be like, man.
She didn't just dip, though. She's scared for her life. And also, I know that you have not played very much Zelda, and neither have I.
No.
So I have no
did some research about, because I thought Zelda. I was like, she'd be great. I did some research and I was like, oh,
Yeah, right.
She's not my pick.
Yeah. When you say invaded by baddies,
Yeah.
do you mean like hot chicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, like absolutely.
that's it.
Instagram
Yeah.
baddies. Just real thick ones. Yeah.
Ellie loves the show.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Welcome back.
Yay, massage.
My president, I've gone with Cortana from Halo.
thought it was
She is
Mario.
she is an AI. She's a robot hologram. I just feel like she'd be great.
AI in charge. Wow.
Yeah, because she's
Wow.
strategic. She'll think of a million things before they've even happened. And I feel like if everyone worries an AI would take over and, burn the place down and fire off all the nukes at once, I feel like if she was to do that, it would be justified.
Okay.
So
I
you're
feel
putting
like-
the
You blame
life
it on
of
tech.
humanity in
Yeah.
the hands of an AI.
Because you know what would happen? Everyone would fall in line. They'd be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be a dick of a country because otherwise Cortana's just going to use the internet to get into all of our firewalls and
Wow, this is a
Fire
lot
off-
of power for a robot.
It
Yeah.
is. Wow.
This
So you
is
got full AI.
I'll go Cortana.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Because
all right.
even though I think in one of the Halo games she kind of does go a bit haywire, but
Okay.
still,
It'll work.
she's got a good sense of humor as well.
Yeah, nice. Now, I struggled with this because I was adamant I wanted my president to be a woman because I feel like we don't have enough of them in the
Wait,
world.
hang on. Didn't we? Have we? We both chose women, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. Love it. But I was like, I want
I
my
want
one
to change
to
mine. Geralt of Rivia.
Marcus Phoenix from God of War.
Yeah, there we
Gears
go.
of War.
Yeah, I couldn't because I haven't played a lot of games that are like combating or anything like that. There's not a lot of strong female protagonists that I could pick from.
Yeah.
And I've not played with many strong female protagonists at all. So I looked up strong female protagonists and then this is the one that I think, and you guys can discuss this because you've played this. Would Eleanor Fisher from Uncharted be good?
I
At
mean,
all?
she's just kind of a token character.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
She's, okay, it says here, smart, resourceful, level-headed, under pressure, journalist, values truth and integrity.
So yes, she does, but also once again, she's aiding Nathan Drake and going and stealing antiquities from.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
So she's just
kind of
unethical.
In the first game, she was a bit of a, I'm in trouble, help me.
yeah. Look, no, but then she helps him. She
Yeah.
busts him out of jail.
Yeah, she
Okay.
does.
So she is a badass. Like,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I do prefer. She's a very cool character in the series, and I love Uncharted. Yeah, yeah. It's
But yeah, I
fine.
didn't really have anyone, but I just was adamant that I wanted it
Just
to be a
choose
woman.
just choose a bloke. Just like any bloke, just any bloke if you had to.
Daniel Ricciardo from
No, okay, we'll lock in Eleanor Fisher then.
Yeah. So those are our governments.
Mine's Geralt. I've changed it.
Have you?
Yeah,
yeah.
and I want Siri to be his daughter.
Siri
stepdaughter.
from
Oh, yeah.
Apple,
From Witcher.
the AI.
No AI. Man with sword from Middle Ages. Yeah,
Love it. Hey, well, I guess that wraps up the old ep, doesn't it?
it does.
think it does.
If you'd like to choose your government, or if it's too spicy a topic, don't worry
Just
about
tell
it.
us who had the best government out of the three of us.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
think would run the best?
Extremely casual group for extremely casual gamers on Facey.
And upcoming on Monday, guys.
Yes.
We don't have a dedicated listener content DLC this Monday. However, we have ECG's first expansion,
Yeah.
which is we've got a guest.
We have a
do.
guest.
We've got a guest, and we're going to be chatting all things gaming with that guest. Did we
Yeah.
give the
I
guest
feel like
away?
we say who it is.
No, I think definitely.
Say who it is, because then it gets people like, oh my
No,
god,
yeah.
it's so-and-so.
Well, hopefully you know who this is. It's Bree Thomasell.
Yes.
who-
Now we have international listeners, so you don't know who any of these people are because we're in New Zealand in
Yeah.
the middle
Yeah.
of nowhere. But
Yeah.
Bree does a great radio show on ZM, huge station here in New Zealand.
Yep, she's a TV host. She's just written a book, and she's a social media sort of creator. She's also a gamer, and
That's
we
right.
just wanted to start highlighting people in the media or anywhere that are just sneaky gamers.
That's right. And we've
You know?
got big plans for who's going to come in and have a yarn. And in terms of Brie, it was just, she's one of your best mates, Ellie. She loves video games. She's good at chatting. And we're like, that's a great way to start.
Yeah.
We've already done the interview. It was great.
It was really fun.
It was.
It was awesome. And at the back of it, it's like, right, when are we doing another one?
Yeah. It was
So
really cool.
that'll be coming out on Monday. Let us know what you guys think. And as I say, even though you might not know who these people are, just us all chatting about gaming was just super fun.
It was. And there were lots of memories that were brought up that I'd forgotten about, like
Yeah,
random
yeah.
things she brought up. Yeah, it was really cool.
It was great. So make sure you check it out. That comes out on Monday. And if you've got any suggestions or know any, especially people from New Zealand that you know are like well known and are gamers, message us and let us know. And we'll get in touch and try to tee up a chat.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know what I've done there.
That was snappy. God. See ya.